Hi, good people. This is Deborah again. Um, Let me get to my little notes. Okay, and let me just do the disclaimer. All information provided on this channel is for educational purposes only, and this channel does not promote or encourage misuse of the information. But remember, your thoughts and opinions are equally important in shaping our togetherness. I will use words not intended to offend people, but to describe my point of view and how I see things. Take what resonate with you and what does not resonate with you, put on the shelf, throw it away. This particular video is about your 360 degrees. Now, you got 90 degrees, you got 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and 360 degrees total. Now, your first half, well, let me just say this. Let me just read my notes because I interject my notes because I remember some things that I didn't put in my notes, but it's okay. So you're in partnership with your spiritual self, which is your higher self. Which between the physical, it is 180 degrees, and with the spiritual, it adds to 180 degrees, which is a total of 360 degrees. You're told by a particular group of people that is 720 degrees, not but 666. Well, the number 180 represent the integration of the divine and the earthly. So they come together, but they're 180 degrees, reminding us of our inheritance, balance, and harmony with the universe. So 666 is the physical experience. 999 is the spiritual experience because it's flipped. The nines are flipped. So the physical are the sixes, and then the spiritual is the sixes turned into the nines. Now you begin your first 180 degrees in physical thinking. Somatic, self, fleshy, self, body, self. Sensual self, choral self, material self, embodied self, erotic self, sexual self. That those are other names that is given to the physical self. Now, your spiritual self begins at your physical thinking. When your spiritual self begins after your physical thinking ends, causing you to remember. Other names is true self, divine self, the authentic self, spiritual self, essential self, the inner self, the higher consciousness. I don't like consciousness, so I use the word awareness, inner wisdom, soul, self, transcendent self. Okay, now the symbolic self, 180 degrees, uh, and the Bible suggests divine union and spiritual enlightenment, which can only come by aligning our lives with the higher spiritual truth, embracing the balance between the material and the sacred. Now, in the esoteric tradition, the number 180 is often associated with spiritual transformation and the awakening of a higher, I say higher awareness instead of consciousness. It signifies a journey towards self discovery and the realization of the divine potential. By understanding the esoteric connections of 180 degrees, we can deepen our understanding of the spiritual significance behind biblical numerology and its profound implications for our lives. Now, in esoteric interpretations, 180 degrees is seen as a representation of completion, wholeness, and divine. It embodies the perfect balance of opposing force, symbolizing harmonious integration and of spiritual and earthly realms. In the biblical numerology, 180 degrees is associated with a spiritual journey of self reflection, forgiveness, growth, just as the number signifies a complete turn. It calls for individuals to examine their lives, acknowledge their mistakes, and Uh, seek forgiveness from the great mother. But then you also seek forgiveness from yourself, and then also those that you may have said things to or physically done things to you. Ask for forgiveness for them. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to respond. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be around them. It just necessarily means that you have acknowledged your wrongdoing, and at that point, healing begin to take place. Now, through this process, one can experience spiritual renewal and find a new direction aligned with the Great Mother's will. Biblical, esoteric symbolism give clarity of the metaphysics, which means beyond earth. Now, esoteric symbolism is of 180 degrees in the Bible: completion and wholeness, divine union, and harmony, the balance between material and sacred. Now, biblical numerology, 180 degrees, integration of divine and earthly divine, spiritual transformation and awakening, journey of self discovery and divine potential. Now, turn back, that's what sin means. Sin is two things. You got sin that means uh, turning yourself back to what you knew previously, and you got sin that means lack of knowledge. That's what sin is lack of knowledge. They came with some other crap that they gave you, which is not true. So the symbolism of 180 degrees in the Bible, the number eight, 180 holds excellent symbolization, representing a complete turnaround or a change of course. It signifies the need of repentance, and repentance just simply means to turn back. Transformation is a renewal of your mind. Rethink. Um, Embracing a new direction in life means that you accept the direction you are going into. Now, the direction that you may go into may seem strange to you because it seems new to you, because you've forgotten. And some people get deja vu, some people don't get it. But in case you don't get deja vu, it's going to seem new to you. But go in that direction. Don't try to confirm it with other people. Just keep it going, because the spirit, your higher self, is trying to get you to depend on your higher self rather than outside of yourself. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a real task. It's a real task. But fortunate for myself, I've never been one to listen to people. I never, if it didn't make sense to me, uh, when I say listen to people, I never listened to people for my spiritual knowledge. I always would listen to myself. Now, when people made suggestions, I listen to their suggestions regarding some things, but to listen to people to determine what I am and who I'm going to be and where I should go and who I should be with, I didn't do that even to this day. That's why I always encourage you to go inside yourself, because people can't tell you the direction that you must go. Now, the Great Mother will put people in your path, but they're in your path maybe to point. But the ultimate, they should be pointing you to your inside. If they are who they say they are, they will point you to your inside, because that's where you're going to get your information from, because you are the temple. And the symbolism that's in the Bible is all in the top of your head, most of it. uh the chakra system is through the whole body. Um so the number 9, it signifies a cycle of infinity, implying that everything in this life comes in cycles. And this number represents the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Now, partnership with the physical is 180 degrees, which equals 9. And spiritual self, which is 180 degrees, equals 9 as well. A total of 99, or 9 plus 9 equals 18. Now, remember, well, I'll tell you about the Abraham story. Now, the power of 9. 9 represents harmony, balance, and karmic justice, symbolizes abundance, success, and financial stability, signifies personal growth, self reflection, and inner wisdom, associated with strength, power, and uh, practicality and numerology. Now, what is the Abrahamic covenant? The Abrahamic covenant is the beginning of the formal res- rev- revelation of the covenant of grace, of the Great Mother's decision to reach into humanity and specifically save people from themselves. It comes as a promise to Abraham, the son of an idolater who did not know the Great Mother. Sarai, Sarai, and Abra, which is Abra, received the letter H. The letter H is the number 8, which signifies harmony, balance, and abundance, which really is grace. The spiritual meaning of the number 8 is often associated with material and financial wealth and emotion and spiritual riches. The letter H equals 8, the number 8, and grace is added to Sarai and to Abraham. Remember? So the names went from Sarai, adding the H, and Ham was added to Abraham. Now keep in mind, these were not people by those names. Now you'll find that over in Genesis 16, 15 through 17, and then Genesis 17, 1 through 22. Now, Abraham was 99 years old when God promise came to him. Okay, now mind you, there was no man named Abraham. The numbers are very much significant, which is 99. And so when Abraham fulfilled, when Abraham he did 180 degrees of the physical, and then the 180 degrees of the spiritual, then the promise was given. the promise was given. Now, the Sarah was 86 years old and Abraham was 99. When you subtract 86 from 99, that gives you the number 13. And some people tell you that the number 13, they even gave you the day Friday the 13th. See, Friday the 13th is, they make a lot of money off that day. I have, my son was born on the 13th of May, and my granddaughter was born on the 13th of 17th of September. So I know the number 13th is not a scary number, or an unfortunate. It's an unfortunate number to those that are wicked in mind. Now, if you're not wicked in mind, then it's not a wicked number. So 9913 is the Abraham, which is, if you see that word backwards, it means Brahma. Brahma was in India. Now, mind you, and I know that, and I'm working on that video now. India is here. The old world, all those names that you hear that they say is over in Africa and they give you Africa was the mother, the birth of the people. That's a lie. The old world is America's Turtle Island. Okay, so this is the place that Lucy, they didn't come up with Lucy. They knew where Lucy was over in the Grand Canyon. Uh, Everything that they say was in Africa, and it's amazing that the extreme that they went to take stone to another place. But the promised land is America, and the the people that was here was what they call Indians. West Indies, you hear the West Indies. Well, actually, this is East. I know that because when the Most High gave that the East to me, I was really like, oh, for real? And so I had to look at the compass, which is the Compass. When I looked at the compass and I aligned it up with my body, I'm like, oh, the body is the compass. And so when I did that, it showed me that America is east. And that was over 20 something years ago. Then I was led straight to probably about 10 years ago. I was led straight on the internet, straight to this document that actually gave me the locations of the places that was in the Bible right here in America. And I was like, oh my goodness. Believe it or not, when you start listening to your spiritual self will lead you and guide you. You just have to trust it. And the problem is, a lot of people don't trust what they hear from themselves. They have to have confirmation. I wanted confirmation too in the beginning. That's not required now, but it's been interesting. So now when I get something that somebody has said that I may have been told years ago, I laugh about it now. I laugh as in happy. And so I did, when I went to see this video, I guess this guy wrote a book about, well, I'll talk about it in that video because I'm almost finished with that video too. And there's plenty of things that was confirmed, but there was some things that just ain't jiving with me in that when I listen to it. I can't figure out whether it's a he or a her because I don't see the face. but the name Shavis, I know the name Shavis was a name I think Eve was given in the Bible concordance. So I assume that that's a female. But anyway, so 99 is the Abraham, which is Brahma story. 99 minus 86 equals 13. 180 degrees equals 9. That's the first half. And then the second half, 180 degrees equals 9, um, equals 9. And then the second half, when you add the first half and the second half together, it would be 99. And so you have to really look at numbers because we had numbers before words. And so they added the words to the numbers. Do you know they still use this method? And I have the words, I did a chart on there. The number system typically used in English and many other languages is the decimal system, also known as the base 10 system. It uses 10 digits, zero with Z, starting with zero. I told y'all some time ago that, and when I was a child, I used to see the number zero in the beginning. It always started with zero and then one. Zero was always first. And so, and they removed it and put it behind numbers. Where it was first and then it was behind numbers too, that I saw years ago when I was a child growing up. So it uses 10 digits, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to represent numbers. This number system is based on power of 10, where each digit's position in a number significant signifies a different power of 10. Now, overview of numbers 6 and 7. The numbers 6 and 7, the number 6, spiritual growth, signifies uh, spiritual growth and evolution in some spiritual systems. It can represent the journey toward higher awareness, self awareness, enlightenment. The number 7, symbol of divinity. It's sometimes seen as a symbol of divinity or divine presence. It represents the connection between the earthly and the heavenly realms, acting as a bride between the physical and the spiritual dimension. Then the overview of the number 8. The number 8 is infinity. That's when you see the number 8 turn flat. It used to be up. So when you turn the number 8 flat, they call that the infinity symbol. That number 8 is often associated with the concept of infinity due to its shape, where it resembles the mathematical symbol of infinity, and they show you the number 8 laying flat. It represents the eternal flow of energy and the connection, connectedness of all things, balance and harmony. The number 8 is seen as a symbol of balance and harmony. It signifies the need of the equilibrium and blending opposites, such as yin and yang, and the material and the spiritual realm, abundance and prosperity. In many cultures, the number 8 is considered lucky and associated with wealth, abundance, and prosperity. It is believed to attract financial success and material blessings, strength, and power. The number 8 is associated with strength, resilience, and personal power. It represents overcoming challenges, manifesting into intentions, and achieving goals, karma, and cosmic orders. Some spiritual interpretations link the number 8 to the concept of karma and the cosmic order. It suggests that our actions and intentions have consequences and that we are responsible for the outcome we experience. Transformation and renewal. The number 8 can also symbolize transformation and renewal. It represents the cycle of growth, evolution, and the potential for personal and spiritual transformation. The number 9, completion and wholeness, is often associated with the completion and wholeness. It represents the end of a cycle or journey, suggesting that one phase is coming to a close and a new phase is about to begin. It signifies that lessons have been learned and spiritual growth and transformation have occurred. Special spiritual enlightenment. The number 9 is seen as a symbol of spiritual enlightenment and awakening. It represents the highest level of, they say consciousness, but I say awareness, divine wisdom, spiritual understanding. It is associated with integrating knowledge, intuition, and higher truth, universal love, compassion. 9 is connected to universal love and compassion. It signifies the importance of embracing love, kindness, and empathy toward all beings. Now, you can't fake this because we that are empaths, we're gonna feel that shit. So you can smile, you can laugh, you can come with the fake tears. We feel your energy. It encouraged acts of selflessness, service to others, and the expression of unconditional love. Unconditional love is when those people have hurt you, you actually go into forgiveness mode and you really do forgive them. I mean, it doesn't matter how hurtful they were towards you. And, it's amazing how people would say that their situation was worse than you. Pain is pain. I could get the same pain that you get from somebody killing your son. And uh, somebody may have stole something from me. Pain is pain. You can't determine pain based off a situation. That's not how it works. But people like to give it that. Let's see here. In some spiritual systems, 9 is considered a sign of divine guidance and support. It's guiding you or that you are on the right path, aligned with your higher purpose. Transformation and transaction. The number 9 is linked to transformation and transaction. It represents letting go, releasing attachment, and embracing change. Now, when you have to let go, that's painful. When you have to go through change, that's painful. I'm not going to sit up there and tell you that all that stuff is easy because it's not. It's not easy because you got to understand the physical part of you, the physical thinking of yourself don't want to let go stuff that it has told you is correct and true. It doesn't want to let go. So it's going to try to hold on or to keep you holding on to stuff that has no meaning, no value to your life. It has no value to you excelling. It has no value to you going elevating or evolving. It has no value to it. So the physical thinking within you is going to try to keep you back. That that's the enemy inside you. The enemy is not outside of yourself. The enemy is within. It's the same energy, but does two different things. It's the positive and the negative. It's the yin and the yang. All of that is you. Uh, It encourages individual to surrender to the flow of life and trust in the divine plan. Universal consciousness, they say, but I say awareness. The number nine is associated with the universal awareness. It signifies the interconnectedness of all things and the recognition that we are all part of a greater whole. It encourages individuals to expand their awareness and recognize their oneness with the universe. The number 12. The number 12 represents divine order, completeness, perfection. The number 12 is your 12 tribes of Israel. It's all symbolic. And wasn't no 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 apostles, no apostles. 12 disciples, no disciples. It is actually the 12 cranial nerves within your head. Okay? Um, and the number 13 is the soul, which is what you call the spark that the mother gives. Um, so it is often associated with the sense of wholeness and balance. Is many spiritual tradition. The number 12 is seen as a symbol of divine governance and the harmonious organization of the universe. Cosmic cycle. The number 12 is connected to the cycles and rhythm of the cosmos. It is associated with the number 12 months of the year, which you go through the 12 months of the year. They're called the zodiacs. You go through them. You have to go them. You have to know them, and you have to know they have the positive and the negative. Every zodiac sign has positive and negative, and you have to go. What you're trying to get from them is the highest part of them. We all have them. Uh, I think Virgo is the only zodiac that does not have an animal associated with it. The Virgo is the mother. The mother is the one that is you see a female that's associated with the number with Virgo. But we all go through Virgo. Everybody. Virgo just happened to be my sun sign. And the number that my mother they put on my birth certificate that I was born on the 8th of September, but my mother said that I was born on the 9th. I'll take either day because each number is good for me. So the 12 signs of the zodiac and the 12 hours on the clock face. Same stuff. Wherever you see the 12, it has it's very symbolic. It signifies the cycling nature of life, the passage of time, the interconnectedness of all things, spiritual and divine revelation. 12 is linked to spiritual revelation and divine guidance. It is seen as several spiritual insights, enlightenment, and higher knowledge. In some tradition, it represents a state of spiritual awakening and the reception of divine wisdom, leadership, and authority. The number 12 is associated with leadership and authority. It is often connected to the concept of governing body of counsel. In spiritual content, it can represent spiritual leaders, teachers, and guides who provide guidance and wisdom to others. Unity and harmony. 12 symbolizing unity and harmony among diverse elements. It represents combining different aspects or energies to create cohesive whole. It signifies the importance of cooperation, co- collaboration, and working together for a common purpose. Now, let's look at the number 13, transformation and rebirth. The number 13 is often associated with transformation and rebirth. It could symbolize letting go of the old and embracing new beginning. In these sense, it represents spiritual growth, evolution, and the opportunity for personal transformation. Sacred feminine energy, the feminine energy. In some spiritual tradition, the number 13 is linked to the sacred feminine energy and the lunar cycles, which I don't believe in the lunar cycles at all because the moon is masculine. It could represent divine feminine principles, intuition, and emotional depth. It is associated with the cycles of creation, fertility, and nurturing. Conclusion for the number 13: 12 plus 1, or 6 plus 6, or 8 plus 4 plus 1, or 9 plus 3 plus 1, 7 plus 3 plus 3, 10 plus 2 plus 1, 5 plus 5 plus 3, and 11 plus 2 equals 13. And keep in mind, H, the letter H, is the number 8, which represent grace. Everything has to do with the grace of the Great Mother. So hopefully you get something out of this video. Let me know what you think. Have a good one, people.